Today we're going to be looking at the no-nonsense, nonsensical approach to understanding sentence structure. For instance, the Diggle-Bingles regainedly repluted the Pickleys. As speakers of English, you already understand this sentence even though you have no idea what the frickin' frick these words mean. For instance, you know that the Diggle-Bingles is the subject, and you know that repluted is the verb because because for whatever reason, even though we don't know what a Diggle-Bingle is, we know that it replutes something based on the way we understand English, and we understand that they did it regainedly. They regainedly repluted, and that's the adjective, and the Pickleys is the direct object. We just know it, even though you wouldn't be able to necessarily explain it if you didn't have a strong grasp of English. Sentence structure is very intuitive. For instance, if we look at most sentences have a subject and a predicate, like the boys danced, or the girls drank, or the giraffe ate, or if you wanted to use a nonsensical example, you could say the jig flies fuddle-bottled. And you'd still understand that fuddle-bottled is what the jig flies did. It's the predicate modifying the subject. And there are many different ways in sentences using sentence structure that you can look and create sentences. For instance, the second pattern besides the simple subject predicate is the subject predicate, which is broken down to a verb and direct object. For instance, the aliens destroyed the planet. What did the aliens do? They destroyed. That's the verb. The planet is the direct object. It's what the aliens destroyed. And the rats ate the food. The food is what the rats ate, so it's the direct object. Or if you wanted to use a nonsensical example, again, the Griffs grobulated the Groffs. The Groffs were grobulated by the Griffs. And it sounds Dr. Seussish, but that's how Dr. Seuss created all of his works, is he took generic English sentence structure and put in nonsensical words to go with it. Another pattern, I'll call it pattern number 3. It's broken also into a subject and a predicate, but there's a linking verb and a subject complement, which is a noun or an adjective. For instance, the aliens were killers. Killers is complementing what the aliens were. Or the rats are ugly. Ugly is complementing what the rats are. So again, you have a very simple sentence structure, and if you wanted to use a nonsensical sentence, you could say, the Griff is griffunculus. The Griff is griffunculus. I love that sentence. But pattern 4. Again, all sentences are broken down into subject and a predicate, but in this case we're going to have a verb, an indirect object, and a direct object, like the aliens sent the people smoke signals. What did the aliens send? They sent smoke signals, so that's the direct objects. That's what the aliens are directly doing. Indirectly, they're sending it to the people. So that's the indirect object. Another example, the rats ate the dinosaurs' peaches. What did the rats actually eat? The peaches, so it's the direct object, is what they're directly doing. Indirectly, it belonged to the dinosaurs, and so the rats are taking it from the dinosaurs. And if you wanted to use nonsensical, you could say the Griff wopted the Groffs rogream. Again, you can see that the nonsensical sentence makes sense when you understand sentence structure and grammar. And finally, the last one, pattern number 5, subject predicate, broken down into a verb, a direct object, and an object complement, which can be a noun or an adjective. The aliens sent the earthquake quickly. Or, the rats ate the turnips quietly. How do they eat the turnips? Quietly. How did they bring the earthquake? Quickly. So the object complement is complementing the direct object. How did they do it? They did it quickly. Or if you wanted to use nonsensicals, the Griffs whopped the Groffs grandiously. These are just a few. These are the 5 basic sentence patterns that use a subject-predicate system. There are other things you can throw in there, like prepositions or other phrases that make the sentence more complicated. But these are the basic sentence structures, and you can see that even when you use nonsensical sentences, they follow the same pattern if you're speaking in English. I would suggest watching some of my other videos on prepositions or gerunds if you want to get more complex with the sentence structure, but this is just the basic sentence structure as it stands today.